EKU, well, you guys jump out to a 3-0 lead, and then EKU starts putting up some runs, and you get pulled into a tough spot. What's the mindset when you get your name called so early there in the first?
Yeah, I think the main thing, the coaches preach about it all the time, is just being ready. You never know, when the bus can get pulled up back to your stop, and so when you go out there and you leave that gate and the bullpen, it's just you're ride or die for your guys. You're just trying to get out to get them back in the dugout as quick as possible. The amount of runs and the hits that we put up and the defense we play, you just got to throw it over the plate and let them make plays. So I'm super thankful I was able to do that.
Kind of on that note, having a team with an offense like that, does that kind of give you, I guess, a little assurance when you're coming in so early? Okay, there's still plenty of game here. This is no big deal.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially with our offense, we're never out of the fight, until, the ninth inning. And, there's, 3 outs on the board. But other than that, man, you can go out there and you got the freedom to fill it up and just play loose, and because they're going to get in there and they're going to bang, doubles, homers, whatever the case may be. It's just they're going to do that. So it is freeing. It's rewarding too.
It's been a little bit since you had got to run out there. How hard was it to kind of stay prepared, stay ready, and just trust, my time's coming again, and I'm going to be ready when the moment comes.
Right. In the moment, walking off the mound against Morehead State, it's tough. A bunch of emotions are swirling through your mind, and Coach Mack is right. You gotta do your best to just stay out of your own world. Especially the game like baseball. It's so team oriented, and you got to be able to be a good teammate and just keep putting work behind the scenes, and just trusting the fact that the ball is going to get flipped to you. And in the meantime, just being a good teammate and doing whatever is humanly possible to help the team win. So honestly, just super thankful to the Lord for that opportunity, and thankful for my guys and the coaches for believing in me.
Always important to pick up a win, but back to the weekend, the ACC schedule, Thursday through Saturday this weekend, kind of a short rest for you guys. But how important is this road trip to Duke? I mean, you guys are sitting at 4-5, about halfway through the ACC schedule at this point.
Right. I just think the main thing is we got to go out there and play our brand of baseball. It's just good pitching, good defense, and obviously the offense is going to do what they do. So I think if we can do that, especially on the road, and just send a message this weekend and go play clean, team-winning baseball, I think we'll be all right. So.
How much of a confidence booster was this for you personally to be able to run back out there and really feel dialed in? I mean, kind of look like you did in the fall, look like you did in the summer, and just kind of really lock it in just for what's going forward to just kind of carry that on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the main thing is just good mojo going forward. You have that that replay of being out there going through your mind, and it's a positive replay, and so going out there from here on out, you know what it feels like, what it looks like is the main thing. So not straying too far away from that, and just sticking to your principles as a pitcher, and just strike one and try to get the guy out on 3 pitches or less, and just if you do that more times than not, you'll be all right. So it was good to get out there again.
Awesome. Great. Appreciate it, man.